Why don't you all sign in on the chat sheet while we're not doing anything, and I'll have your information there. All right, that one of the problem where you see management full 40, final project, 100% online company, everybody give me thumbs up. That's what you're saying. All right, so the assumptions, this was from the very beginning of the course, that we ran into some problems with some students. And what I've told you all is you got a 0 on that niche assignment, send it back to me as an attachment to an email, and I'll give you at best 50%. The important thing, no inventory, no sales, only revenue from affiliate fees. That was the premise for the course all along. And this is what we're doing. And we did passion, we did the niche, and now we're doing your target audience, we're going to do the products, then we're going to do your pro forma, then you make a decision, do we go or don't we go? Just that simple. So this is really, if we map the course, and this is what we're really, 1A would be your backstory. The whole reason to do your backstory, or my thoughts behind your backstory, was so that you could look at you, try and find what you were passionate about. Then we worked you through the exercise to find your passion, because you're building this online site based on your passion. Then we did the niche. Then we're going to do the audience, we're going to do the products and services, we're going to do your pro forma, and we're going to say go, no go. Do I do it or don't I do it? Just that simple. Now, if you want to go further with education, you can then take the 445 course, and I'll show you how to set up a website, etc. But that's what we're doing in the course, and this is sort of where we are. Found your vision, what's your niche, who's your audience, what product services, that's what we're doing right now. But each step of that way, and that's where we ran into problems, everybody ran into problems, was that what's going on, they're trying to set something up on a real life company, it just doesn't work. And what we're really doing, we're going to do two things. We're going to do executive summary, and we're going to do a pro forma. I got a sinus drip, so I'll have to drink coffee or water. Executive summary, when it's all said and done, after you do the pro forma for your final project, I'm going to give you, you're going to answer 7 questions. What's the hook? Why would somebody want to come to your site? What's their problem that you're going to solve, and what's your solution? Why is this an opportunity? What's your competitive advantage? Tell me your business model, and tell me why you're qualified to do this. That's the things, and we'll go over this before we get there. But that's all with the executive summary. I'm going to give you 7 questions. You're going to answer the 7 questions. That's going to be your executive summary. The pro forma, 12-month, month by month, then a 1 through 3 year summary and break-even analysis. So that's what we're going to do. And here we the hook, etc. You see Emily's activewear. Does everybody see that? What you're going to do is you're going to put at the top of the thing, you're going to put your CLID number. For example, mine is 0255807. All right. So what I want you to do is use your 4th, 5th, and 6th numbers of your CLID number. And so mine would be 580. So that's going to be the number of visitors you're going to have. So that way everybody won't have the same number. They're all different numbers. We'll do an industry average of the number of visitors. We're going to do all this 60%, 40%, average sales 50, 15. My dog's going to start barking because the garbage people here. So ignore, I'll fuss at her, but it won't do any good. Clothes 35, accessories 40, fixed cost salaries 250. $50. Let's go through and build the course, and let me show you exactly what we're doing. Build a pro forma. So let's stop sharing this, and let's share again. We're going to share this for the last time. On your screen, open up Emily's. So what we're going to do, I'll have both of them open here on my screen so I'll be able to see it. We know that Emily's going to have 500 visitors. Can everybody see what I'm doing, or you need it bigger? So 500 visitors. So we know this because I told you that when the example we used with her was that she was going to get 500 visitors, right? Now we know actual sales is going to be 2%. So all we do is we take the 500 times 2%, and we know there's going to be 10 visitors. Now, what we do in the given that I tell you is that 60% of, in her example, are closed. 60% of her are going to be closed. So we say plus the 10 units being sold times 0.6. We know 6 units of clothes will be sold. And then we know that 40% will be accessories. So when we sum those two up, that what we should get is 10 units. So we match. We know we have the 10 units. Now, the average sales price of our first unit was $50. So we put 6 units times $50, and we know we have $300 in sales. We had 4 units at 15, because that was the average. So we had 360. So our total sales for the month were 360. Well, it didn't. $360. But that's what the sales were. That's not our money. So we had to come up with our money. So in her case, she assumed 35%. So we said, if we look at her clothes, she got 35%, 0.35. What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't put the multiplication table in. Times 0.35 gave you the first. And what we do for the second product, she makes 40%. So plus the 60 times 0.4. So her total revenue for the month is $129. Total revenue, total affiliate fees is $129. And if we come down here and we say plus the revenues minus her fixed costs, she lost $2,321. Now, the $2,400 is 48 hours at $50 an hour. Internet costs $50, so your total fixed costs are $2,450. Your loss is $2,321. But here's the important thing. You're not going to pay yourself, right? Then we've done the first month's pro forma. Let's go over it one more time. We assume 500. We said 2% would be 10 units. 60%, now I'm really going off Emily's activewear, not what this spreadsheet says. So we said 60%, 40% was 10. Now we go down and we figure the sales revenue, and we say $50 times 6 gives us 300. 60, with the way we come up with 60 is 4 times 15 is 60. Total sales 360. But that's not our money. That's what the person is selling it. And we get paid an affiliate marketing fee based on there. So that what Emily has decided, she'll average 35%. So what we said was 300 times 35% would be 105. And then the example accessories, we said 60 times 40% would be 24. So her total revenues for the first month, $129. Total expenses, $2,450. So she lost $2,321. Stop right there and let's talk about what happened. And that what happened was that she really had $129 coming in. So she covered her $50 internet expenses, but she was only able to pay herself a little less than $100. But she got a little money the first month. So she didn't really lose money because she didn't have to write a check to herself or himself. Let's stop there. What questions you have? The sheet I gave you, the assumption sheet I gave you. I gave you a Word document This is Emily's Activewear assignment. This is an assignment you're doing. It says number of visitors to the site. Remember, you put $500, 500 visitors, you're going to get a 0. What you're doing is you're taking the 4th, 5th, and 6th number of your CLID number and using that as a number of visitors. The example I gave you, if you use the 4th, 5th, and 6th number in mine, 580 was the number. So that was my first visits. I tell you to do 2%. I tell you use 60 and 40 for the purchase of clothes and accessories. I tell you average sales will be 50. Average sales price of accessories 15. Clothes affiliate fees 35 and 40. I'm giving you that number. And then I'm telling you fixed salaries are $2,400 and then $50. So here we are. We've got the first month's figured out. We've estimated the first months. That's about all we can do. Everything from here is sort of swag, scientific wild ass guess. The first thing we got to do is we got to figure out the overhead, right? We got to do the break-even analysis. To do that, we have overhead of $2,450. We had this discussion in class on Tuesday. We shouldn't expect clothes to carry all the overhead. Each one should carry their percentage of the weight. So here's what we do. We say we had $105 in revenue from the clothes, divided by a total of $129. So that tells us 81% of our revenues came from clothes. Now, if we go 24 divided by revenues, that's our revenues, 19. If we sum those together, and the reason we sum them, we're doing a little check to make sure we've covered 100% of the overhead. And I kind of stepped you through that with some of the documents. I tell you how to do this. Our fixed costs. So we know our fixed cost is $2,450. We multiply it times 81%. And that says $1,994 will be covered by clothes. Here we say $2,450 times 19% will be covered by the accessories. And the sum of those two better equal $2,450. If they don't, you did something wrong. So now we have to go, and here's our break-even analysis. And let's stop for 1 second. Let me stop sharing this. And we're going to go back and share again. And we're going to go to this slide. Okay, can everybody see that? We're talking about break-even analysis, or give me a thumbs up. So here's a break-even analysis. Here's a simple breakdown. Break-even analysis is fixed costs divided by the price of 1 unit minus a variable cost of 1 unit. Now, I'm not a mathematician, neither are you guys, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to make it easy for you, all right? So fixed costs is divided by the price of 1 unit, the variable cost of 1 unit. It gives you break even in units. Now, but before break even, what you do is you have a loss. At break even, you don't have a profit and you don't have a loss. And above that, you have a profit. That's just the normal of break even, all right? You do it on a monthly basis because you want to know where you stand. And once again, it's got to be done for separate products. It can't be for the same product. And I'll share this slide. If I didn't share this slide with you, I will. So let's stop the break even. All right, so here we are back again. We know what percentage of overhead, because remember, our formula is fixed costs divided by the sales price of 1 unit minus the variable cost of 1 unit. So here we go. We're going to figure out clothes. So we're going to say plus the fixed cost is $1,994. Everybody agree with that? All right. Now what we do is we divide it by, we got to remember now, the sales price of 1 unit minus the variable cost of 1 unit, right? The sales price of clothes is $50. We're going to do minus $50 times, if we're making a profit, if we make an affiliate fee of 35%, then our variable cost is 65 cents. Let's go over it once again. C30 divided by 50 minus 50 times 65%. If we're making a commission of 35 cents, 35%, then the variable cost is the difference of 65 cents. So that's what we did. Our break even in units is 114. We do exactly the same thing here. We say our fixed cost is 456. We divide it by the sales price of one unit is $15 minus $15 the accessories. If I'm being paid a 40% commission, what's my variable cost? What is your variable cost of one unit?
60 cents.
60 cents, right. 60 cents. So we say $15 times 0.6, double brackets. So I need 76 units, all right?
Curious, because with the break-even analysis, like it is price minus variable cost. And with our commission being a percentage of the sales price, how I'm just trying to factor in how the rest of that sales price per unit is a cost for us if it's just a non-fee affiliate marketing.
Okay, here's what happens. Let's suppose I wasn't getting affiliate fees. Let's suppose I was selling truck rims and I bought them for $60 and I sold them for $100. I would make $40 on every rim that I sold. My variable cost would be $60. Well, in this case, you're getting affiliate fees. Since you're getting 40, we're using the accessories, you're getting 40% of it. Then your variable cost is the difference. Does that make sense? That help?
Yeah, but I'm only confused on the part where if we're not buying the product, like how is that factoring in our costs?
Because you're trying to come up with a break-even analysis, and you need it for a break-even analysis. All right, so now we get real simple. We know the break-even is 114. Now I'm going to show you how simple this is to do. We know the break-even is 76. When do we assume break-even is going to occur?
Month 6.
Month 6, good. So what we do is we go up in month 6, and this is the product sold. And what we say in month 6, plus this unit down here, plus this unit down here. So we know if we did up, so we sum them, and we know we sold 190 units. So now what we say is, okay, we know we sold 190 units. We've done all the calculations before. Let's do this. Let's go over to column 1, and we're going to copy all these calculations, and we're going to paste them over. Now what we're going to do, the net operating income, we figure it out here right down. We're going to copy it, and we're going to put it over. Now, what does this little mark mean right here? Marissa, what does that mean?
Oh, that you broke even.
That I broke even. In other words, I didn't make any money, I didn't lose it. So now what we know is that if we take this 190 and we put it right here, number of units sold, actual sales, and we put it up here, and we say, it gets real simple. We just say plus, this is 190, right? But we didn't have to put it up there. What we say is we've gone from 10 sales to 190. What we've got to do, here's our ramp up. This is our swag. We say we've got to get from 6 units to 114. I swag it. 15, 25, 75, 90. Now I have to get from 4 to 76. So let's suppose I do 6, 20, 45, 60. What's the impact of this? What's going on? Look down at our net operating income. We lost $2,321. As our units increased, what happens is that our losses started going down until finally we got to break even. But here's the good news. Let's take 3 months into this, into the third month, we had $558. So let's call it $500 $58 for the internet. 500 divided by, just for a swag number, plus 500 divided by 48 means you paid yourself $10 an hour. For your 48 hours, you got paid $10 an hour. Starting to be a pretty good gig. By month 5, when you have $1,935 coming in, you say plus 1935 minus 50, you come up with 190.85, plus that divided by 48 hours. Now you're paying yourself $39 an hour. And then when you finally get to break even, wow. So what do we do for month 7? Let's move over to month 7. What we tell you up here, tell you in Emily's, I tell you there's going to be a 25% increase month over month. Rufus, why would I say that? So we're going to assume for months 7 through 12. So here's how we do it. All we really need to do here is say plus 190 times 1.25. We don't want the big numbers. We want 0 digits. Don't ask me why it's bolded. So then for the next month, we want to say plus this number times 1.25. Now this is telling us month over month. What we do for the 9th month, same thing, plus times 1.25. So we just keep doing that. Well, what we've done is that why don't we just take these same calculations? Well, we did put them over here, didn't we? But here's our problem. We got to put this number up here because that's where our formula is looking for the numbers up here, right? And what we do now is we copy this formula here. Well, we're not working. So we know plus this times 0.6 and plus this times 0.4. And what we see now, we make $613. So what we do now is that we see with 613, 1,300, 2,300, 3,500, 5,000. So we see that by month 12, we can be doing 5,000. So what we see, and we look at 1 year summary, and all we really have to do is that we say the sum of, we see that we made $12,033 because we made up for all our losses. And so that by the 12th month, we're making $6,896 a month, plus we're paying ourselves $2,400. So that's almost 7 and 2, that's $9,000 a month we're making. Who's got questions? Now, when you send me this sheet, don't send it as a PDF. You won't get any credit for it. You got to send it as an Excel sheet, and every time I go to a cell, I better see a formula in it. If you just put a number in it, you're not getting credit for it. I want to see the formula in it for everyone. Everybody understand that? I can't even give you partial credit if I don't see what you did. But for everything you have in here, you're going to have a formula. You'd probably want to go up here and say the sum of, so that you have that number up there where your calculations would be, because that's where your formulas are set up. But by copying the formulas over, that's really all you have.